Well, Mike, a tough afternoon at the office here against Doncaster, a 60 points to 0 reverse. How do you sum that one up?
Never in it. You know, we had a bit more ball in the second half, but forced a couple of repeat sets with it, but then didn't build on it with anything. You know what I mean? Went close, but not enough to be in it. I thought as hard as it is, I think the scoreline, I think they were good for that scoreline.
You mentioned about the second half being an improvement. Was the game won and lost in the first half, do you think?
Yeah, it was. I think, it's baffling. It's baffling because we seem to want to defend our goal line with loads of effort and intensity. But when we've got a team trapped in their goal, it's like that intensity wavers a little bit, and we're not as much. It's like where normally teams will be edgy on the goal line, we find solace in it and a bit of strength, and we need to have that same intensity further up the pitch.
Injuries as well cost us. Tom Ashton having to go off, Cameron Brown having to go off. We look pretty battered and bruised towards the end. Any early prognosis on their state?
Tom's ankle, obviously that'll come out in the next couple of days, sort of what that is. Cam's good. Cam seems to have pulled up from it fine already, so he should be okay.
Looking for positives though, we never raised the white flag, and actually for 10-15 minutes in that second half actually performed with much better intensity, both in attack and defence. We're perhaps unfortunate not to register any points.
Yeah, that's true, but I think it's when we had the ball and you know, in that 10-15 minute spell you're on about, there wasn't sort of our urgency across the park from every player wasn't where it should have been. You know, we were doing it with 5s or 6s and you know what I mean, and it might be a little bit harsh that, but that's what it felt from watching it. It was just not everyone was as urgent as everyone else, and against a tough team like that, they'll spot that and shut you down.
The start wasn't great from us. Was that the result of a team that hadn't played for a couple of weeks? Do you think we almost looked a little bit clunky, didn't we?
Yeah, it could be, but there was nothing sort of in the week that would suggest that. Do you know what I mean? We trained on Thursday, we had a light session, a bit of a fun session with them, and you know the lads were good. Captain's run last night was really, really good. There was nothing that would suggest that was going to happen today. You know what I mean? And when we spoke about before the game, we talked about the performance. We just said, you know, just perform, just complete. You know, we kept it really basic going into the game. Had a game plan, but we didn't really stick to it, and you know, we didn't complete and we didn't perform, and we got what we deserved. Finally,
just how do you pick the players up for the final game and the final game at home next week against Rochdale?
But honesty, I've just spoke to them in the changing rooms then, and they're hurting a bit, and just been really honest with them that, you know, they need to look at themselves and you know, where they fell off, and you know, and we'll review the video and they'll watch the video back themselves, and they need to be honest and know where they've come up short and where they need to improve next week.
No, Mike, commiserations today, but thanks for your time as always.
No worries, thank you.